Hello everyone, it's Melissa. I'm here again and I'm going to start another layout, and so right off the bat I want to go ahead and get started and pull from my product jar so I can see what I hope to use in this project. So this is going to be a 12 by 12 layout, so let's just pull out 7 and let's see what we got here. So the first one is stitching or sewing. Now remember, my goal is to use 5 out of the 7. If I use more, great. Mixed media. Doilies. Kind of feeling like I've used doilies and sewing in the last couple pages. Frames. Let's see. Buttons. Flare, and the last one is labels. Okay, so I don't know where I'm gonna go with this yet, except I do have a picture printed. It's 5 by 7 size. I may in fact cut it down just because you know, there's a lot of space here. Not the greatest picture. It was taken indoors in a roller rink, so I changed it to black and white because aside from the carpet on the wall being strewn of different colors, everybody is wearing different colors. So this happens to be our neighbor kids with my kids, and these 5 littles, well of course he's the smallest, he's 6, have grown up together. So 13, 12, he'll be 11 and he'll be 10, and then this little guy's 6. But yeah, just have known each other and grown up and spend a lot of time together when they're not at school, and you know, they skate on Friday nights. So yeah, I'm gonna document this because I think it's important. So stay tuned, you guys. Bye. All right, here we go. I have this finished and I'm really pleased with it. So here we go. I'll do a close-up so you can kind of get a better look at some of the details, and I will then go ahead and start explaining. Okay, here we go. So this is a 12 by 12. I managed to use 5, I believe, of my pulls from my project jar. I didn't use doilies. And I didn't use buttons, so I did use 5, which was stitching, frames, mixed media, flare, and labels. And so starting up in the corner here, you can see right off the bat I used a label, and in fact I stamped with my new Felicity Jane stamp. This is a frame, a part of a frame anyway, from Maybe a Simple Stories pack, and then my Tim Holtz, sorry, tiny attacher in the corner. And that stamp came from this stamp set, and it's called what's it called? Felicity Jane, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. This is. So she had a sale recently for President's Day, so yeah, this is, I'm sure it's called. Anyways, let's see. I started with a back piece of white cardstock. I pulled in a couple pieces from my stash, and I actually let this piece from My Mind's Eye. It's called Fine and Dandy. It's kind of old. I let this piece with the banners kind of direct my color scheme, minus the brown. So I went with the black element instead of the neutral brown. So the turquoise is on the top with the polka dots, and then I pulled the speech bubbles in. That is from this Here and Now Lori Whitlock chalkboard quotes from Echo Park, and I just fussy cut them out of this paper. And so this one has a heart, the best day ever, life is good, today, an everyday kind of day, and capture the moment. And I made sure to make sure that they were kind of going in the right direction when I selected the ones that I was going to cut. So I wanted to be mindful of that and picking them. The orange I pulled from this old Stampin' Up! Designer series paper. You know, this is me just using scraps, guys, so I'm loving it. This red is just from Michaels, one of their paper packs that I used to back up the photo. I cut the white border off. And then in the back here is just a couple acetate pieces, acetate overlays from maybe Studio Calico or Crepe Paper, one of the two. Just a scrap piece of paper I cut in half. This Oh Yeah is, I don't know, a sticker maybe from Walmart. This never gets old. That was stamped and embossed with black on a piece of vellum. I do that a lot. And that one is from Emmeline, and it's right here. And this was a fun one I got again on the sale. I purchased two, and this was the second. Let's see. The frame I used in the back is probably a Simple Stories frame. I just cut it in half and put a little bit on each end, brought in some turquoise, and then it did bring in a smidge of pink, but I didn't go any more than that. I kind of just left it since my daughter's the only girl. This border here is just a ticket border, and every week they go, you know, you get a ticket, and so I just put them in my stash of my little bag of tickets, because you just never know when you're gonna need them. So it's a little Ziploc. And yeah, just use my tiny attacher to staple it on the ends. You Are Loved is, I don't know, it's a piece of ephemera from somewhere, I'm not exactly sure, and it was a pinked circle on a square, and I just fussy cut it out and left a little bit of the turquoise border there. And then this is probably from Amy Tangerine, one of her old collections, and I just wadded up a bunch of yellow thread and just let it hang there. This, remember, this is another fussy cut from that Echo Park paper. And then over here, this number 5, I don't know where that's from. I know it's an element that I cut from this sheet. It could be from Basic Gray. I don't know. It's old. The Hi Friend. I've been actually trying to make my way through these old Basic Gray decorative clips, and I've been prying the epoxy sticker off the front. So I've got 3 left, but this one essentially was attached to a clip, which I just threw in the trash and put it there. And then from Walmart, or Michaels, I'm sorry, but I have seen these at Walmart, a version of this. I just put So Happy together. And let's see. So for my mixed media, you know, guys, I consider anything, well, and so the thread is part of my sewing. But I do consider anytime I pull out my stencils and distress inks and, you know, do some sort of technique on my background, that's mixed media for me, because that's not just, you know, me leaving the paper as is. So hold on a second. So essentially, I apologize for that, I pulled in this Heidi Swap, and I just used this little area right here with the stars on it, and I used my Distress Oxide peacock feathers and just a makeup sponge. I actually cut these down. These are from the Dollar Tree. You get a bag of, like, I don't know, a lot. And I used some, cut what is not used off, and then I keep this in with my stash for next time. And then the title. So the title was cut this, and I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. So if someone else knows, please let me know so I can link it in the description below. But this is from Crafty Chin Scow, and I know it was a free cut file at one time, but I just cut this with my Cameo, The Small Stuff Matters the Most, and I just placed it on the layout. And how I kind of got it to stay according to the file is I made sure to kind of keep the negative so that I could, you know, fit it in how it's supposed to go when I got it off there. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I love how colorful it is, you know. It's fun when you're doing girl and boy together pages because, yeah, it just is very exciting because I get to really use some bold fun. I mean, it's a kid page too, so that makes it even more fun. It's just full of energy as far as I'm concerned. So I'll do another close-up And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the description box below. I will link, or in the comments, I apologize. I'll link my Facebook and Instagram in the description box. I would love for you to come over and like my Facebook page and like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and head over to Instagram. I'm over there as well. So here's another close-up. Can't even handle the cuteness is, I already know, going to be a stamp that I use often. And I didn't add any dimension to these speech bubbles. I just left them as is, but I did add some dimension onto my photo because those chipboard frames in the background, you know, they're going to give your photo a lift, so I had to bring those up. But yeah, so this story again speaks more of their relationship and how they are always together, spending time together. And I hope they're friends for life, to be honest. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.